Please rise for the presentation of colors and the singing of the national anthem. The singing will be led by our vocal performance major, Leanne McGibney. Please be seated. The Reverend Scott Wigner, advisor to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and a member of the Interfaith Council, will deliver the reflection.
The Interfaith Council is recognized by IUP, and its members are representative of the various faith groups on the IUP campus and in the Indiana community. As the IFC representative today, I congratulate you. Let us come together for a moment of spiritual reflection. Great God of all, we have gathered in this place today to celebrate and to honor the achievements of this graduating class. As with any worthwhile achievement, many sacrifices have been made so that these students could participate in the educational experiences which have led them to this joyful ceremony. We are grateful for those family members and friends who have shared in those sacrifices and join with us today in our time of celebration. Now I ask, as these graduates set out on the next phase of their journey, that you would guide them to use their acquired knowledge and skills rightly, and they would contribute to making our world a better place for all. May their degrees lead not just to wealth and prosperity, but may they also lead to personal fulfillment and satisfaction in their life work. Now, great God, bless them. I ask all of this in your name. May it be so.
Good morning. Welcome to IUP's May Commencement Ceremony for the Colleges of Fine Arts, Natural Sciences and Mathematics, and Health and Human Services. I'm David Werner, Interim President of IUP. We are privileged to have with us today members of the IUP Council of Trustees. I ask each trustee to stand when introduced and for you to hold your applause until the trustees have been introduced. First, the student trustee for the Council of Trustees, Mr. Andrew Longacre, and Mr. Gailey Walwark. Please join me in a round of applause for the trustees to provide the governance for the university. I would like to now introduce members of the President's Cabinet and faculty on the platform. I ask each person to stand when introduced, and then again, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First, Dr. Gerald Interman, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Rhonda Lucky, Vice President for Student Affairs. Mr. James Begani, Vice President for Enrollment Management and Communications. Mr. William Spidell, Vice President for University Advancement. Mr. Michael Powers, Interim Director of Communications. Dr. Timothy Mack, Dean of the School of Graduate Studies and Research. Ms. Robin Gorman, Executive Assistant to the President for Government and Community Relations. And also joining us today, Mr. Luis Gonzalez, Dean of Libraries, Mr. Terry Apollonia, Dean at Punxsutawney, Mr. Richard Muth, Interim Director of the North Point Campus, and Mr. David Laporte, the President of the University Senate. Please give a round of applause for all of these. And I misspoke, Dr. Laporte is the chairperson of the Senate, not the president. Other members of the platform party will be introduced throughout the course of the ceremony. Today, members of the class of 1962 led the procession into the complex. They're seated in front in the gray gowns. They are celebrating their 50th anniversary of their graduation from IUP. These alumni are here today to welcome the class of 2012 into the IUP family of more than 120,000 alumni. Although these alumni graduated 50 years ago, they share a common bond with the current graduating class. They, like you, built lifelong relationships on this campus and experienced the same opportunity as you to receive an outstanding education. In commemorating their anniversary, members of the 50th year reunion class traditionally contribute to the Reunion Year Scholarship, which produces valuable scholarship support to our IUP students. Over the last 7 years, anniversary classes have contributed a total of over $115,000 into this endowed scholarship fund. I ask the members of the class of 1962 to stand and be recognized. Now you might think that's not very many people here from 1962, but IUP was a much different institution in 1962, and in fact, the returning alumni represent over 10% of the class from 1962, an enormous demonstration of the loyalty of IUP alumni to this university, particularly given that they're scattered across the country and the world. So thank you for coming back to IUP. The student commencement speaker must reflect the highest ideals of IUP. This morning, our student speaker, who pursued a major in theater and a minor in fine arts and entrepreneurship, is a student in the Cook Honors College. He has played many theatrical roles in IUP's Theater by the Grove productions, including Prince Hal and Henry IV, Part 1, and John Proctor in The Crucible. He has been nominated 4 times and selected twice as a regional finalist for the Irene Ryan Scholarship Competition of the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival. He studied abroad last fall at the University of Westminster in London. Following graduation, he will relocate to Philadelphia area to pursue an acting career. I present to you Mr. Christopher Anthony. Mr. Anthony.
Thank you, Dr. Warner. I am incredibly honored to be able to speak before my graduating class today. For me, today marks a lifetime of education, all spent here in Indiana. I'm a townie. Are there any townies here? Anybody? Townies from 62? Awesome. I've often admitted that I learned to ride my bike in the Oak Grove. When I was in 2nd grade, I was on the cover of the Pen in my Halloween costume. So Indiana and IUP are very close to me, very near and dear to me. And I really hope that it is for you all as well. I'm sure when many of you first got here, Indiana seemed like a very small town, which had it not been for the university, may not have been worth mentioning. And now that you're ready to leave, I'm sure that some of you may not be even considering coming back. And for those that do, I'm sure the town will look very different. But we'll always remember the way Indiana and IUP looked the last 4 years. You'll remember what campus looked like to you during orientation. You'll remember what the suites looked like to those of us that had to rough it in the dorms. You'll remember a town where the weather makes absolutely no sense. You'll remember seeing those 2 oak trees toppled in campus. You'll remember what campus looked like before the suites, before the Performing Arts Center, before this arena, before the Pod Market, before those awesome new library steps. You'll remember WebCT and Moodle and the old iCards, and you'll think fondly of local heroes like the ice cream lady or the hot dog man or the preacher man. You'll remember celebrating on Philly Street when Steelers won the Super Bowl. Yeah. You'll remember rushing to the Oak Grove when Obama was elected, and you'll remember, all right, and you'll remember rushing to Church Street to see a helicopter crash. You'll remember great speakers like President Bill Clinton and Senator Ron Paul and Dr. Sue Johansson. You'll remember homecomings and IU Patty's Days and Thirsty Thursdays. You'll remember having Jimmy Stewart tell you that the signal's on for all crossings and to take your time. You'll remember Philadelphia Street lit up with Christmas trees during the season. And you'll remember, some of you may remember how quiet town can get whenever class isn't in session. For me, I'm always going to remember Indiana as a haven where professors and administrators and parents and friends were always there to tell me that what I was doing was respected and that I was going to be okay, or to tell me when I deserved better for myself. In addition to the town, IUP is where I learned that it was okay for me to pursue a life of passion and happiness and fulfillment. It was where I discovered how to be the kind of artist that I was meant to be. My education here exposed me to a world of relevant and meaningful work in which I will one day have a voice. And I encourage you, class of 2012, to use your chosen fields of study to do good works and to fulfill the expectations that you have for your own life. Your work and your studies here are significant. No matter what they be, you will and you have done work of great value. And you did it here in Indiana, in an IUP. This town and the amazing people who call it home have given us the environment and the tools and the desire to reach out for so much more. Together, we all leave here graduates ready to participate in a tenuous economy in an uncertain world and to discover the roles that we all will play as members of a new generation. But no matter what may come for us and for our country, know that Indiana will always be here. So don't forget about it. Real quickly, I just want to say thank you to all my friends and family that came today. I want to say thank you to my parents who always pushed me in the direction that I was supposed to go. I want to thank my beautiful and talented sister Rebecca, who will be coming here in the fall. I want to thank my favorite leading lady, Kayla. I want to thank Dr. Janet Goebel, Dean Michael Hood, Assistant Dean David Ferguson, my professors, Brian Jones, Jason Humanides, Barb Blackledge, and Rick Kemp, and all the Waller-rats, by the way. And thank you to everybody who helped me get here today. You are all beyond expectations. Thank you, class of 2012. God bless.
The university will confer an honorary degree upon Clyde Mills McGeary, a member of the class of 1954. Mr. McGeary has dedicated his lifetime to arts education leadership. For nearly 3 decades, he was associated with the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and for much of that time, he oversaw arts and science curricula. He created Pennsylvania's Governor's School of the Arts and the complex of Governor's Schools of Excellence, including the schools of science, healthcare, business, agriculture, teaching, and international studies. In addition to the Distinguished Alumni Award he received from IUP in 1988, Mr. McGeary has been honored by numerous organizations that support education and the arts. His early work with the Educational Television Network resulted in hundreds of classroom programs on architecture, environment, music, and art for schools and colleges across the nation. He is a working artist whose paintings and sculptures have been exhibited widely. It is an honor to recognize Mr. Clyde McGeary for the outstanding achievements.
Mr. Clyde McGeary, please come forward for the awarding of this degree and to deliver the commencement address. Cheers.
What a pleasure it is to be here. First, I would like to recognize the vision and the stewardship of the university's trustees. And next, President Werner. My deep appreciation and admiration for all you have done in leading the university to greatness. Other honored guests, and most especially the class of 1962. It's good to see so many of you here, and looking so healthy. To parents, family, and friends, and all those students, especially those of you who are about to graduate. I'm honored deeply to be here with you on this special day. No doubt each of you, your families, and your friends share a sense of excitement as this important achievement in your life unfolds. Many people have helped me over the course of my life, and especially those years I spent here at Indiana, then Indiana State Teachers College. Some are with us today, including my wonderful wife, Barbara, and other close family members. I know how proud my parents would have been to witness this occasion. I'm sure that you too are thinking of people who have helped you to become who you are and have wanted what is best for you in life. How pleased they would be to know that you feel they have made a difference in your life. Please take a silent moment to ponder that. As for me, years ago I joined with fellow students awaiting graduation to commence. That spring day was bright and clear, and a family album of photographs shows me bedecked in a robe that I think was about 2 sizes too big. I was standing alongside my proud family with Fisher Auditorium in the background. The photo betrays my confident air because my expression is mixed with joy as well as the doubt of not knowing what was to happen next. Many of my friends had already gone off to serve our nation in what was then known as the Korean conflict. Like today, the job market was slow and uncertain. And at that time, I'm sure I had no idea of how my experiences at Indiana were to influence the future of my life, especially in such profound ways. So now, my role at this stage of our program is to speak to you as a keynoter. And like a choral assistant, I am to establish a tone that is befitting this occasion. And to do so, I have chosen 3 short stories of how my life as an educator and an artist has been shaped by dedicated professors, teachers here at Indiana. My first story, Mrs. Gaslander, a free-spirited woman whose life as an artist educated during the late 1920s in and around bohemian Greenwich Village of New York City, was a professor in the art department. She sent her freshman class, including me, out into October's autumn air to do several sketches of what nature had to offer on campus. I wandered over to the oak grove, got comfortable on a bench, and began to draw with a stick of charcoal. Soon Mrs. Gaslander stood near me, looked over my shoulder, and asked me if I knew that I was drawing an oak tree. Of course, I replied. Acorns are all over the ground. Gently and with careful effort not to offend my immature confidence, this wonderful woman explained how the lower branches of an oak bend downward and the upper branches reach upward. Then, with a deft hand, she drew an example of how those branches spiraled and overlapped. She continued her little demonstration and talked with me in tones that convinced me that she loved what she was doing, helping me to take my time to see and observe, to appreciate the nuances of perception, to begin a lifelong process of study, leading to thoughtful observation. Her positive advice and encouragement, always offered with an artist's can-do spirit, continued throughout my Indiana years. Another story, Professor Burgraff, with his hair parted in the middle, his horn-rimmed glasses perched high on his nose, his comfortably wearing a worn tweed jacket, was assigned to teach us who were outside of the music department music appreciation. That was a tough job. Equipped with new high-fidelity a phonograph and a wonderful collection of recordings, Mr. Burgraff introduced us to musical form. With the aid of sound equipment that few of us had heard before, he illustrated counterpoint with Bach's Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring. Once he knew that students such as myself were interested in possibly enjoying the music he was sharing, he became enthusiastic. He illustrated words of sound, foreign and delightful, Prokofiev, Wagner, Mozart, Saint-Saëns, and some of Verdi's wonderful operas, all packed into those few hours a week when our virgin ears perked to learn of complex musical worlds. Worlds that I soon learned to know were cutting to the core of my emotions. I learned to hide my tears of joy from my classmates by closing my eyes and pretending to sleep. Keep in mind that the time I'm telling you about was the 1950s, the early 1950s. Then my roommate and I were often listening to WKPA out of New Kensington, where cool jazz iced the airwaves, and rock and roll was signaling its beginnings out of Pittsburgh's African-American radio broadcasts. Professor Burgraff led me to an early understanding and appreciation of the complexities of musical form, inversions, progressions, tone clarity, and most of all, musical unity and teamwork. Music also served my fascination with symbol coding and reading different forms of communication, as well as aspects of creative problem solving. My experiences during that term helped me to listen with care and to enjoy the process of deepened understanding that leads to appreciation and valuing life experiences. I don't believe that Mr. Burgraff ever thought that his appreciation class registered with many of his students. It certainly did with me, and I often wish I had told him so. My third story. Dr. Boardman and Dr. Hayes created a unique team approach to teaching communications as a foundation course here at Indiana. These two bright and articulate women worked together to experiment with their course of study, especially with art majors whom they assumed were not taking the time to read, especially journals and intellectual commentary. A first requirement was to subscribe to two magazines, the Atlantic Monthly and the Saturday Review. Reading and discussing the topics of these literary magazines made this course of study unique and certainly a challenge. We were also required to research and prepare a term paper on a topic of our interest. At that time, the Saturday Review ran a series of articles on what I have learned by prominent figures in the worlds of science and the arts. And while reading for that class, Buckminster Fuller's article came and caught my imagination as he described his experiences at Black Mountain College in North Carolina. Fuller, a renowned architect, inventor, and intellect, wrote about his intense and productive experiences while they are working cooperatively with scientists, writers, poets, engineers, and artists. Many of Fuller's fellow intellectuals had escaped from the impending political turmoil in Germany and Eastern Europe. Their studies and work together at Black Mountain led to significant accomplishments in the world of science, the arts, and literature. The program at this small college, where student enrollment never went beyond 75, illustrated the value of enabling scientists, artists, and engineers to create and work together as productive teams. To say the least, I was impressed deeply. Dr. Hayes and Boardman encouraged me to direct my term paper research toward Black Mountain College, and their steady support, prodding, and sharp questions proved to be a guiding force much later in my life when I led the creation of the Pennsylvania's Governor's School program. That program has served thousands of talented and gifted students throughout Pennsylvania and influenced 38 other states to develop similar schools. No doubt Dr. Boardman and Dr. Hayes helped to shape the basis of my understanding and eventual vision of how the sciences and the arts are fundamental to quality education. Their imaginative teaching helped to shape my lifetime of work as an advocate and champion for the arts, as well as the sciences, to be basic components of education. And so I've sounded my keynote with these 3 vignettes of my memorable experiences at Indiana. Let me repeat their essence. First, to see and observe carefully and patiently as you work with loving care. Next, to understand form and structure as a basis of problem solving. Listen for enjoyment and understanding of what others may be saying. Your deepened understanding will be followed by a sense of appreciation and value. And last, to reach out to others within the world of science as well as the arts, expressing confidently your vision of work to be done, while keeping an open mind toward the possibilities of what others can do through teamwork. I'm convinced that if you see this important day in your life story as an increment of your continuing education, your future will be exciting and invigorating, no doubt demanding. Soon you will be looking beyond the range of immediate experience as you assess, predict, judge, take risks, create, and see things put together differently. Time ahead of you is precious. Your staying power will be tested, and you will be challenged to trust in your own as well as the talents of others. You will come to sense and know what is necessary, positive, and beautiful. May your memories of experiences here at Indiana be as deep and as meaningful as mine have been. Best wishes to each of you in all that you do. Congratulations.
As you know, we placed a hood on Mr. McGarry and we handed him the diploma, but we did not do the official conferral of the degree, so we will do that now. Upon the recommendation of the University Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, I confer upon Mr. Clyde McGarry the degree Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, duties, and privileges pertaining thereto. I present you with this diploma, which we already did, bearing the official university seal. So it's officially an honorary doctorate for one of our most distinguished alumni. Congratulations. Now I call upon the provost to begin the process of the conferring other degrees.
Good morning. We now come to that part of the program that is the most exciting for the students, the presentation of candidates for the conferral of degrees. I call upon Dr. Tim Mack to present candidates for doctorate degrees.
Good morning, graduate students. Doctoral degree candidates, please rise. President Werner, I have the honor to present these candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy and the Doctor of Psychology.
By the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on the recommendation of the faculty and the graduate dean, and subject to completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the doctoral degree with all the rights, privileges pertaining thereto. As testament of this accomplishment, you will receive a doctoral hood which signifies your attainment of this advanced degree. Congratulations.
Christina Stearns, nursing. Kenethia L. McIntosh Fuller, criminology.
Let us applaud the doctoral degree recipients.
Master of Fine Arts degree candidates, please rise. President Werner, I have the honor to present these candidates for the Master of Fine Arts degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on the recommendation of the faculty and graduate dean, and subject to completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the Master of Fine Arts degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. As testament of this accomplishment, you will receive a hood which signifies your attainment of this advanced degree. Congratulations.
Erica Michelle Kempler. Emmanuel Maurice Wambach.
Let us applaud our new MFA degree recipients. I now call upon Dr. Mack to present the candidates for master's degrees and specialist certification.
Candidates for the Master of Arts, Master of Education, and Master of Science, please rise. President Werner, I have the honor to present these candidates for the Master of Arts, Master of Education, and Masters of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the Graduate School, and subject to the completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science as earned. You may now move your tassels to the left side. Please come forward to the stage to receive your diplomas, and congratulations.
Marshals, please escort the degree recipients forward to receive their degrees. And to receive the symbolic presentation of their degrees.
Master of Arts, George Patrick Joyce. Lauren Kranak. Ogra Prafeu Gloria Onusu. Graham H. Tripp. Master of Education, Catherine Kilkeary. Megan Marie Ringler. Master of Science, Dane S. Alibran. Therese Barker. Shanmin Chin. Marcus Crook. Christopher L. DeLeo. David J. DiMatteo. Andrea Michelle Evans. Albert Harrison. Whitney Ellen Jones. Alan Lane Sr. Kristen M. Lester. Chin Hong Siu. Marissa Rowling.
Let us applaud these new master's degree recipients. President Warner, before we confer degrees upon baccalaureate candidates, I invite this assembly to join me in paying tribute to students who are graduating today with honors. Baccalaureate graduates who have made academic excellence and are wearing special medallions represent students who have truly excelled in their academic experience and are wearing these medallions in recognition of their achievements. First, the cum laude graduates, would you please stand and be recognized? Next, the magna cum laude graduates. Please stand and be recognized. Finally, the summa cum laude graduates. Will you please stand and be recognized? On behalf of the university community, I congratulate you on your outstanding performance. Please be seated. Next, graduates of the Robert E. Cook Honors College and Departmental Honors Programs, please stand and be recognized. Please be seated.
I'm Dr. David Ferguson, Assistant Dean of the College of Fine Arts. Candidates for the bachelor's degrees in the College of Fine Arts, please rise. President Warner, I have the honor to present the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the academic disciplines in the College of Fine Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on recommendation of the faculty and your dean, and subject to the completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Education, or Bachelor of Fine Arts as earned. You may now move your tassels to the left side. Please come forward to the platform to receive your diploma. Congratulations.
Liana McGibney. Brandon Scott Baskerville. Juliana Carlino. Jeffrey Donald Chappelle. Eric Robert Dowenhauer. Gina Marie Dom. Natasha Jo Dubinsky. Sarah Marie Shemilevsky. Maximilian Charles Esmus. Chessa Sun A. Fernandez. Nicholas James Fritz. Jessica S. Green. Sarah Elizabeth Guthrie. Rebecca Jean Harmon. Erin Rose Hendry, Heather Marie Hershey, Laura Frances Hopkins, Zachary Karcher, Elizabeth Ann Larcher, Timothy David Lewis, Nathaniel P. Mack, Marissa Lynn Malaski, August Gaynor Matrish, Mary Grace O'Brien, Weston Tillman Parrott, Matthew Christopher Picala, Elizabeth M. Plakidis, Nicholas John Reginella III, Nicole Lynn Sozinski, Matthew Gabriel Steidl, Jonathan Jeffrey Stollards, Allison Paige Turndrup, Lindsay Jean Thomas, Louise Vranisevic, Michael Waddle, Abigail Louise Weaver, Jordan Nicole Willie, Samantha Wood, Matthew Ryan Yeomans, Daniel C. Zobel, Christopher George Anthony.
I am Dr. Deanne Snavely, Dean of the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Candidates for associate's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, please rise. President Werner, I have the honor to present the candidates for associate's and bachelor's degrees in the academic disciplines in the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on recommendation of the faculty and your dean, and subject to the completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree of Associate in Applied Science or Associate in Science, or the degree Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts for you, which you have been recommended by your faculty as earned. You may now move your tassels to the left side. Please come forward to the platform to receive your degree.
Rachel Lynn Albright, Cassandra Marie Anna, Michelle M. Armstrong, Tiffany Diane Bartlett, Kaz Michael Bajer, Rachel Ariel Belkin, Lindsay Bender, Lee Rachel Bigelow, Patrick Ryan Boyle, Rebecca L. Bramer, Alexander Brett Britcher, Tyler E. Bull, Brandon Marcus Bynum, Robert Bugosh, William M. Campbell, John Timothy Chalednik, Benjamin Alex Childs, Kenneth Thomas Clark, Danielle Marie Cook, Michelle Nicole Kreis, Lauren Michelle Cross, David James Crum, Michael Stephen Deemer, Lark Alicia Delaney, Julia Mary Dillon, Tiffany Joelle DuPont, Danielle Marie Egley, Lucas C. Evans, Gina Marie Evon, James Alexander Falicki, Dean Joseph Faribaugh, Nicholas Brandon Fogel, Sarah Elizabeth Geiger, Stephen Michael Geisel, Melissa Erin Gottschall, Jessica Marie Gray, Ryan Reed Grove, Matthew Ryan Harding, Joanna N. Hopkins, Viola Brittany Hubbard, Leah Michelle Johnson, Nicholas Robert Johnson, Brittany Nicole Jones, Aisha Kamara, Catherine Viola Kane, Joel Thomas Keckler, Alan Christopher Kessler, Brandon William Koczynski, Megan Ann Labont, Kathleen Marie Labar, Derek Morph, Detta Newman, Xiaofeng Li, Lai, Ellen Ari Lamont, Kayla Marie Lang, David Adam Laskowski, Norman Mead Littlejohn, Ashley May Long, Darlene Pauline Lopez, Sean Michael Lyons, Rachel Lauren Marion, Nobukosi Nosifo Masalela, Stephen Craig May, Lauren Lynn McQuiston, Megan Carol Michael, Lindsay Sue Millard, Donald Allen Miller, Antoinette Marie Messline, Colin Robert O'Hanlon, Elisa Lynn Phillips, Emily Pitzer, Brandon Plazio, Ryan Plazio, Trevona Marin Prichette, Chelsea Catherine Quarry, Ebony Chanel Ramsey. Adam Richard Reimel. Corey W. Reiter. Adam Joseph Rizzo. Amanda Yvette Rodriguez. Eric Robertson. Brandon Rowland. Susanna Grace Rosenberger. Lakin N. Roth. Marissa Marion Rotto. Heather Lynn Shantz. Michelle Ann Skripek. Danielle Janine Smith. Zanel Nashikai Smith. Sarah Elizabeth Swanson. Ashley Joanne Swiderski. Brianne Nicole Thomas. Tierra L. Thorne. Brooke Lynn Thorpe. Lisa Tomko. Elizabeth Ann Veltri. Hugo Jose Villanueva. Matthew Scott Balkovic. Lee Marie Wallach. Candace Jordan West. Zachary David Whipkey. Billy Ray Wilson. Courtney Wirtz. Samantha Aaron Warkoff. George Joseph Yoneridge. Sarah Elizabeth Zambodi. Nadia Juliana Zimmerman. Diana Marie Zolke. Keith Wilson. Malcolm Carter. Mary Dane Fair.
I am Dr. Mary Swinker, Interim Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the College of Health and Human Services, please rise. President Warner, I have the honor to present the candidates for the baccalaureate's degree in the academic disciplines in the College of Health and Human Services.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Trustees of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and on recommendation of the faculty and your dean, and subject to the completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Science in Education, for which you have been recommended by the faculty. You may now move your tassels to the left side, and please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Kevin Scott Adams. Elizabeth Rose Abbey. Dana Marie Alexander. Megan Stephanie Alexander. Hanan Ali Al-Rastan. Jessica Lynn Anderson. Ryan Lee Anderson. Rebecca Lynn Ashball. Kayla E. Badgett. Wade Hedges Bailey. Alexander James Dietz. Aaron Lane Barbetta. Maxwell Robert Taylor. Lacey Lynn Bartlebaugh. Samantha L. Culenti. Gina Marie Basale. Dana Michelle Caldro. Megan Renee Bechtel. Danielle Lee Jocelyn. Jeffrey David Bennett. Christopher A. Rachel. Marguerite Beatrice Benton. Jeffrey Lamar Vaughn. Stephen Curtis Bessler. Stephanie Lynn Bestwick. Christina Marie Bittens. Brittany Leanna Bittner. Jonathan B. Wingert. Nicholas John Theodore. Caitlin Amanda Blaha. Casey Lynn Blendinger. Lacey Lee Bloat. Andrea Ray Bloss. Nicholas Andrew Smiggle. Chelsea Ray Bowden. Tiara C. Brock DeShields. Nicole Elizabeth Brownlee. Jeffrey Carl Brunermer. Jenna Marie Bubna. Leah Catherine Burke. Derek Paul Lyons. Shane Michael Burkett. Dantes LeBrandon Burnett. Brendan Corey Burns. Francesca Marie Calabrese. Samantha Lynn Calderon. Kyle Joshua Callahan. Chelsea Nicole Capel. Sarah Lee Carl. Olivia Grace Carlson. Danye Cartwright. Emily Louise Case. Victoria Ashley Kasser. Miranda Ray Cavallo. Adam Jamil Chi. Gina Choi. Danielle Nicole Circosta. Molly Francis Clark. Bethany Lynn Clifford. Jalisa Cohen. Gina Felice Colinari. Acacia Joy Cooper. Emily Kelly Cottrell. Elise Marie Craig. Melissa Crunali. Daniel Cuevas. Courtney Michelle Kitis. Lauren Mae Dale. Lakeisha Taisha Dandy. Carissa Nicole Daniels. Jesmond F. Darden. Andrea Marie De Leonobis. Justin Matthew De Palma. Kathleen Erin Donnelly. Scott Michael Dowling. Brian Thomas Drager. Eileen Joan Dudek. Caitlin Dunn. Nicole Renee Dunn. Abigail Ann Eberly. Gabrielle Victoria Eckert. Royal Edwards. Christina Elizabeth Enders. Marissa Lynn Enrieto. Jacob Adam Feathers. Kelsey Mary Ferguson. Jonathan Casey Filippi. Angela Michelle Finelli. Amy Beth Frazier. Stephanie Charlotte Frederick. Courtney Renee Fry. Shannon Marie Furdeck. Kelsey Maureen Garman. Audra Jean Garrett. Andrew Kerry Goss. Shawnice Ivana Gay. Joshua Alexander Gaiman. Sierra Lynn Gibson. Hillary Gill. Elizabeth Marie Glasshagel. Timothy Sean Gorman. Gabrielle Catherine Gauss. Alan William Granza. David K. Gray Jr. Ashley Renee Griffith. Alexis M. Grisbeck. Shakita Hayesworth. Alicia Ashley Hayduck. Stephen Henry Hadley. Lindley Michelle Hamilton. Emily Louise Harlacher. Adam Daniel Hartzell. Megan Hayes. Morgan Lynn Helmead. Craig Matthew Hybel, Vian Heder, Lauren Hillegas, Kimberly Marie Hilliard, Amanda Lynn Hoffman, Andrea Lynn Hoffman, Kristen Homan, Brittany Holmes, Megan Michelle Hoot, Melissa Sue Hornberger, John Francis Horniak, Taylor Marie Hausman, Megan Jean Hunter, Sarah Lynn Hunter, Tara Renee Hutton, Brianne Nicole Heineck, Jessica Ann Ippolito, Brittany Joelle Isaac, Paisley Marie Jackson, Anthony Gordon Jarvie, Tempest Derica Johns, Dewana Latrice Johnson, Jared Patrick Johnson, Lindsay Nicole Jones, Caitlin May Lee Keller, Barbara Latoya Kenny, Naomi Ebony Kenny, Julia Kishbaugh, Sarah Louise Crick, Chelsea Lauren Kurtz, Sarah Christine Kiles, Zachary Dale Landau, Anthony Larenquent, Charisse Dolores Lawrence, Malia Lazor, Patrick Allen Lee, Benjamin Jacob Lieb, Stephanie C. Linker, Shufang Liu, David Justin Long, Olivia Ann Longblot, Samantha Marie Loop, Rebecca Ann Lux, Brittany Lupton, Rebecca Jean Lumsden, Amanda Lynn Margusio, Ashley Raven Marshall, Pascal C. Mbowike, Tammy L. McCarthy, Michael McCoy, Mary Elizabeth McDaniel, Sean Gilbert McDonald, Amanda Nicole McGinnis, Joseph D. McGinnis, Heather R. McKeever, Andrew McMickle, Deanna Jean Mahalko, Abraham Kachulme, Matthew Thomas Murley, Erica Rose Meyer, Valerie Lorraine Michaud, Stephen Ewing Mickle, Corinne Elizabeth Miller, Patrice Mary Minder, Charday Latrice Mitchell, Chanel Elizabeth Molano, Lam Mayar Moncourt, Chanel M. Moore, Luis Silvestre Mora, Amy Diane Moranville, Catherine Molly Munter, LaDawn Marie Myers, Sierra D. Newkirk, Jared Daniel Nixon, Kyle Benjamin Novak, Katie Ashley O'Brien, Melissa Ann Olson, Abena Opong, Danielle Ostendorf, Michael Eugene O'Sullivan, Leslie Ann Patterson, Lynn Marie Peachy, Ashley Lorraine Peck, Manuel Daniel Pedraza, Jacqueline Elaine Pelicano, Whitney Nicole Picano, Lauren Elizabeth Percio, Carissa Dawn Petrilla, Morgan Elizabeth Poyon, Andrew Stephen Poorman, Samantha Marie Preston, Gabrielle M. Pushwhite, Rebecca Eileen Reed, Shannon Catherine Reed, Stephanie Ann Reisman, Matthew Darrell Reynolds, Alyssa Marie Rivera, Heather Aaron Robbins, Yvonne Francis Robinson, Charmaine Rodriguez Cortez, Stacy Renee Root, Natasha Radwan Salim, Kathleen Joy Salvati, Kali Nicole Sanders, Megan Jahari Sanders, Kristen Marie Serix, Melissa Lynn Satazan, Bianca Monet Saunders, Kate Justine Saunders, Stephen Keith Savage, Corey Michael Saka, Courtney Marie Schwartz, Alexis Nicole Scott, Brianna Natasha Harris. Brittany Lamar Scott. Shane Paul Seraphin. Lindsay Marie Schaefer. Stephen J. Shander. Jennifer Nicole Sharpless. Carrie Ann N. Shea. Rashida Reed. Lauren Joan Sheeran. Catherine Tessa Shelburne. Melissa Ann Shiring. Dawn Elizabeth Shivers. Ashley Marie Shoecraft. Amber Lynn Shorb. Kelsey Marie Shortsleeve. Alexa Nicole Schuster. Janelle Isaiah Simmons. Ashley Lynn Singazer. Abby Jane Smith. Christy Victoria Smith. Hannah Mae Smith. Raymond Marcus Smith Jr. Craig Robert Snyder. Kayla Bryn Snyder. Sean M. Snyder. Melissa Denise Salter. Jody Lynn Speck. Stephanie K. Spina. Alaina Louise Sprecher. Matthew James Stavinga. Brian Richard Stephan. Paula Renee Stewart. Leslie R. Stina. Kimberly Ann Steitler. Joshua David Stair. John Charles Stoughton Jr. Sarah Catherine Strawcutter. Melanie Ellen Stuckey. Elise Marie Stump. Valen Lynn Stutler. Ashley M. Sullivan. Jill Elaine Super. Tiffany Marie Spera. Isaac James Tarbell. Megan Watson Waldy. Amanda Lynn Thayer. Amanda Jo Thielgis. Ashley Lynn Thomas. Megan Elizabeth Thompson. Lisa Marie Tipton. Stephen Ronald Todero. Danielle Elizabeth Tomlinson. Ginger D. Townsend. Troy Jeffrey Trimble. Charisse Kathleen Troop. Scott Aubrey Turner. Sophia Aleda Valadares. Blake Ronald Revere Valleys. Emily Marie Vaughn. Christopher Waltzer. Garrett Joseph Waletsky. Alex Darren Warren. Devin Robert Watkins. Jillian Amy Watman. Jocelyn Grace Weber. Oriana Ruth White. Bianca Danielle Williams. Kelsey Marie Wilt. Kyle Frank Witter. Neil Andrew Whitmer. Evandria H. Woods. Samuel Caleb Yingling. Jessica May Youngworth. Jennifer Marissa Zanoni. Kayla C. Calloway. Kelsey Lynn Zaremski. Blaine A. Zimmerman. Johnny Rocco Zucchero. Melissa Hamilton. Brittany L. Lavelle. Emily Rose Griffin. Caressa Day. Najina Johnson. Divine Hill. Ty Lee. You done?
One final applause for all the new associate and bachelor's degree recipients.
President Warner, I'm Lieutenant Colonel David Meyer, Chairperson of the Military Science Department and Commander of the ROTC Detachment. I have the honor to present the cadets for military commissions. Cadets about to be commissioned, please come forward.
Lieutenant Colonel Meyer, as these candidates have completed all the requirements for a military commission and have just received their baccalaureate degrees, you are hereby authorized to administer the oath of office.
President Warner, the oath these cadets are about to take is the same oath, more or less, that officers have taken for more than 200 years. By taking this oath, they enter the profession of arms. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed an officer in the United States Army, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Welcome to the Army.
On behalf of the university community, I offer our congratulations on the commissioning of our new officers of the U.S. Army. Will now all the graduating students in attendance who are military veterans or currently enrolled in the military, please also stand for recognition.
I would like to recognize our 3 Distinguished Faculty Award winners, our 31 new emeriti faculty, and both recipients, both past and present, of University Professor Awardees. Please stand and be recognized. Their names and pertinent information are located in the program. Please join the platform party and the graduates in expressing gratitude for the worthy contributions of our faculty. Who have made your success here today possible. Members of our faculty, please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. I call upon Brianna Harris, a fashion merchandising graduating senior, who will be presenting the senior class gift.
On behalf of the Senior Class Gift Committee, I am pleased to announce that the senior class of 2012 chose 2 worthy projects to support this year, the first being the Academic Achievement Scholarship. This is a new scholarship that will offer financial assistance to students who display exemplary academic potential, allowing IUP to attract brightest students in the future years. Also, the second project is the Science and Discovery Department here at IUP. This is an outdoor learning classroom that provides IUP students and extended community a hands-on learning environment to teach science to visiting elementary youth. Just as we have had many opportunities here at IUP, it is the desire of the class of 2012 to extend future opportunities to those who will follow us.
On behalf of the university community, I thank the members of the class of 2012 for supporting 2 wonderful projects this year. Now I call upon Ms. Sandra Barsati, Secretary of the Alumni Association, to present the remarks to the class.
We're almost done. Thank you, Dr. Intiman. And thank you to the class of 1962 for leading out our graduates today. It really is an honor to have all of you with us today. To the class of 2012, let me be the first to say, welcome, alumni. You now join more than 120,000 alumni living around the world and throughout the United States. We are doctors, lawyers, teachers, writers, and scientists. We are entrepreneurs and captains of industry. We are elected officials, explorers, and servicemen and women. And while we are all very different, we all have the same wonderful experience. We are IUP. And as you head out today into the world, be sure to seek out other IUP alumni to help you along the way. Attend one of the Alumni Association's many networking events held throughout the United States. Meet new people, form new friendships. Seek out more experienced alumni and ask us to become your mentor. Seek our advice and learn from our experiences. And one day, it will be your turn to pay it forward. You will be the mentor, the captain of industry, and the person who gives that new graduate his first job. You will make the donation to construct a new academic building or to create that scholarship to help future generations of IUP students get an exceptional education. Always remember that the education that you work so hard for here is one of the best educations you could have asked for. After you crossed the stage today, you received an IUP alumni pin. Wear it with pride. And when someone asks you where you attended college, don't just say, oh, I went to IUP. Stand tall, look them in the eye, and tell them, I received my degree from Indiana University of Pennsylvania. In closing, I'll paraphrase a song from the band Fun. Tonight, you are young, so set the world on fire. You can burn brighter than the sun. We, all 120,000 of us alumni, expect great things from each of you. And I'll see you all at homecoming. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Barsati. The other evening when we recognized our honorary degree recipient at a reception, I remarked that when John Kennedy received an honorary degree from Yale, he said, I now have the best of both worlds, a Yale degree and a Harvard education. And I said to Mr. McCleary, he now has the best of both worlds, an IUP education and an IUP honorary degree. And I mean that. As we near the conclusion of the ceremony, I want to give the graduates an opportunity to pay tribute to those who made this moment possible for them. Parents, spouses, other family members, friends, and other sponsors of our graduates, please stand so that our graduates may show their appreciation by a round of applause for you. Now would you please rise for the singing of our alma mater and the retrieving of colors. Upon conclusion of the retrieving of colors, please remain in your seats until the platform party has recessed.
our noble alma mater's name, we her children sing a joyful lay, and to her anew allegiance pledge that lives beyond a day. Sing, oh sing, our alma mater's praise. Hail, oh hail, her colors gleaming hue. Give to her our homage and our love, and to her name be true.
Center.